Okay, here we are. Pathways of Emunah, Ha-Emunah of the Faith, Chapter 2, Sefer of the Yanuka. Let's go. Bechdei lizkois le'emunah tzarich ha'adam liknos das migdoilei mitzuke eretz shebechol hadoros. In order that a human should be worthy to really have faith, that human must acquire knowledge, das, from who? From the great pillars of the land in every generation. In every generation, there's these great pillars of humans. From them, we have to acquire wisdom and knowledge in order that we should have emunah. וכאשר מבין האדם שיש הרבה מעבר למה שהשכל הפחוס של בני האדם יכול להשיג. And once a human realizes and understands that there's so much more beyond the limited understanding and wisdom we have of this world that humans have, that we can comprehend, that there's so much more to comprehend outside of what we're comprehending, from this awakening of knowing that there's more out there, there's more than we know, what's a byproduct of that? Mitoch kach, a byproduct is Yachalhu lizkois lekabel das emes migedoyle hadoros kadosh Hashem. Then and only then can you be worthy to receive the knowledge and wisdom from the great sages of the generations, the holy ones to God, the kadosh Hashem. We can receive their knowledge and wisdom, the ones that existed in every generation. How? Once we understand that we don't really know that much, that there's more to know. These guys know it, and just by knowing that, you can download their wisdom. I meet a lot of people who think they know what's going on. I'm like, whoa, slow down. That's a very dangerous place to be, knowing what's going on. The Talmud teaches us the purpose of knowing is to know that we don't know. We have to have emunah, we have to have faith. Ki hine ein raya asam kee'di'shanu. Because their eyesight is not like our eyesight. The way they see the world, these pillars, these sages, is not like our eyesight. We have two different sets of eyes. Shekeneged b'nei ha'adam ha'roim ba'olam aches ha'nira le'einei choimer. That regarding a human, a person, they only see in this world what's apparent, what's seeable to the eyes physically. The only things we're seeing is what's seeable. Ke'eretz v'shamayim v'kochavim k'yosei, like the earth and the sky and the stars and similar trees. We see these things. That's why we believe in it, because we see it. If we don't see it, don't tell me about it. There's people who see things that aren't seeable. That's these guys who don't see like we see. Hine kedosh Hashem ra'u b'chol davar es or ha'hashgacha ha'machaya oiso. But rather, the holy ones of Hashem, Hashem's pillars, the sages, the great scholars, what do they see? They see in every single thing in reality the light that is overseeing, that is divinely given to that thing to sustain it. They see the reality behind the thing, the light behind it. Whoa. Ve'en lanu shum hasaga b'dargas emunasam. And we humans have no clue the level of faith that these righteous pillars are living in. They see something we don't see. They see behind the matrix, behind the veil. We don't see that. We have no clue the level of their faith. And even us, when we go and gather into the inner parts of the Torah and we're learning the Torah, the Holy Torah, what do we see? We see the letters of the Torah, the Holy Torah. When we look into the Torah, what are we seeing? We're seeing letters. Aval gedoyle hadoros ein riya asam ba'kirasenu. But remember, the great sages of the generations, the pillars, they don't see like we see. So we just see letters of the Torah. What do they see? Ki rohem ba'ketzad mechaya hi lechol ha'olam. They see how these letters nourish the whole world. They see that this is the DNA, the building block. These letters, this Torah, is the thing that is causing reality to be in play. And everything is dependent and relying on the Torah and the letters that make up the Torah. All of reality. It's like saying you look at DNA, you just see some strands. I look at DNA and I see, whoa, this is the building blocks of the human. I see the whole picture. I see what it makes up. I see what it's causing to have happen. Otherwise, you're like, oh, what a cool double helix. Bro, that's not just a double helix. That's what makes you. You are made of that. That is the thing that causes you to have existence. So they see something else. They're not just seeing cool double helix. What's the reason they could see something we're not seeing, that they have a different set of eyes? Because their wisdom, their understanding reality is pure. And it has no physicality to it. There's no animalistic desires. Like a squirrel sees like a little nut. He can't help but just jump on it and bury it. He may have more nuts than he needs. He's just going to keep burying nuts. He's programmed for survival. He's in this world. These guys are like, oh, I don't worry about food and money. I don't worry about nothing. I'm in a different world. Their minds are pure, so they understand everything. And because their minds are pure and clean and they're not attached to the physicality of the world, obviously they eat and sleep and do things physical, but they're not like, that's not what gets them going. They're not like, oh, there's a famous story about the rabbi. The rabbi's like, hey, listen, some people make a blessing so they could eat. Some people eat so they can make a blessing. It's just, you're both eating. You're both enjoying it. It's just two different states of mind. That's all we're saying. We're not trying to get anyone to be, start fasting and ashcloth and sitting and not eating and doing stuff. You can't get too disattached from the physical world. Just saying they're not holding on to it as like their only thing. When we talk kach, and because of this, they have a true grasp on emunah and the Torah and the path of Hashem. They understand really what the Torah is about and what Hashem wants and the path of Hashem. They understand all these matters. Ad shelo amad hateva b'fnei hadas shelahem. Until so much so that the laws of nature don't stand before their wisdom and knowledge, meaning they go beyond the laws of nature. Everyone so far heard the story of how the Yanuka opened up the locked gate. Remember that mystical miracle story? And all the other miracles he's doing, and all the other miracles that we've been speaking about for thousands of years from our sages. Even Choni Amagel, the guy makes a circle, the type of the Gemara, and he says, I'm not leaving the circle till it rains. It rained. So many times in history, people are forcing God's hands, splitting seas, miracles, the Baba Sali flying on carpets, the Ben Ish Chai used to float in the room when he would learn Torah. I met people who saw things like this. I saw the Yanuka do stuff. Who are these humans that are manipulating the physical reality and breaking the laws of nature? These are people who think differently than us and see differently from us, so the world responds differently to them. How do we tap into this level? Step 1, the Yanuka says, just know that there's a lot more out there that we don't know. Just put that state of mind in your brain, and you'll start to escape the clutches of this physical world, that we're just like, oh, this stinks, or we're bored, or we're aging, it's like, whoa, slow down, that's not what it's about. Something else is going on. And once you know something else is going on, you could tap into the wisdom of these great pillars. As this pathway goes on, we're going to get more and more life hacks, how to conquer real faith, so the physical world shouldn't mess with our chill. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Over and out.